Tuesday afternoon, and just a little pointer for some of you that might be wondering how I figure this out. But if you kind of look, you can see the sunlight pattern against the patio here, up against the wall and such. And if you want to figure out how much sunlight your plants are actually getting, this is what I do every so often, is I'll come along and I'll put up a little piece of tape that says 1246 on there. And so I basically, at 1246, I came out and I put up that piece of tape. I put up another one over here, and I put another one over here so I could see. Now actually the sun's already moved a couple of minutes later, but at that particular point that slanted line is matching with that piece of tape. So that should give you some idea. I do that. I come out every so often, and from there I can sort of calculate how much sun all of my plants are getting. Okay, it's Friday morning and everything is pretty much as it was, but let's just kind of do a scan here. This is what these pots are looking like, so you can see the difference from yesterday. And then we'll just kind of do a little, work our way back here, like an ear of corn. And then we've got these couple here. These two, the pole beans are doing fine. There's actually the second tree there, no real change there. But this is one of the lima beans, and it's not looking really good. So I'm thinking, actually I have some Job spikes that I've been using with some flowers, and they seem to be doing good. So since I've got another one clear down there, which is doing wonderfully, along with the pole bean, I think I'm going to try the Job spikes in here. I don't want to over fertilize, but we'll see. This not looking as good as it was a couple of days ago, so maybe after I go for my walk today I'll get some more milk and drop it down in there. We'll see. The flowers are doing beautifully. Nothing on the herbs yet, but it's only been a few days, so that's it for today. Okay, so it's Saturday morning, and a little update on the sun tracking. If you look carefully at the lines here and the pieces of tape that I put up, you can see the line is now below 10, but in fact it's only 9:45. So that indicates to me that since I am right now facing north, that the sun itself is actually moving north as it goes from east to west. So that means that, basically I know that in part because there's an overhang right up here, and that overhang is what's creating this shadow. So that tells me that over time what's going to start to happen is the sun is going to shift this way, thus giving my railing more light. So we'll see where that puts us in a few more days. Okay, just to back that up, it is now exactly 10 o'clock, and as you can kind of see, things don't exactly line up, so I'm going to make a little mark here. Not only is it changing north to south, if I come over here to another reference here, you can see what used to be 10 o'clock. That was my east, it kind of gives me an east to west reference. And actually, a few minutes ago, I put this piece of tape up thinking that's about where it was going to end up. It's a little closer to the actual marks, but you can see there's some real difference there. One more little note from the courtyard. Those of you that may have seen my videos last year may remember that there were a number of plants back here which were pulled from various places, like underneath some of the foliage down here. It must have just been previous tenants who just kind of left a pot in there because they didn't take it with them or whatever, and they just got overgrown and overtaken. So we've got a whole sort of line of them back here. And there was one plant I had about a week ago in my garden that I was calling a guest plant, and that one is now sitting right up here, and we've got these beautiful little purple flowers on it, so it has really come back to life. And by the way, if you look at it a little carefully, you can see we've got a giant gas device here, but it's all just being masked by a bunch of plants, which of course I did with the permission of the management. But it was also a way of dealing with all the numerous plants that have been left behind over the years. So that's kind of what we do with all these extra plants that we have.